Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Guns, drugs, and violent threats. They are all right there on a local man's Instagram, and federal agents were paying attention. So being seen with a gun in a photo isn't illegal unless you've been told by a judge you can't be anywhere near a firearm.
That was just one of the things investigators noticed in a string of social media posts by Javion Otis. Now the Inkster man is in a lot more trouble. Sean Lay live with a look at how Otis led the feds basically right to him. Sean?
Well, Devin Otis was on probation. All he had to do was not possess a firearm, but then the feds say he went on to flaunt guns all over Instagram, and they were watching every post. The feds following a life of crime on Instagram. Javion Otis from Inkster, the feds say, posting to Instagram photos of guns, drugs, recruitment videos for unemployment fraud, threats made to police. The entire case coming to life by law enforcement using a national database called NIBIN, the National Integrated Ballistics Information Network. We've dug deep on how NIBIN takes shell casings from shootings and connects them to a gun.
And that's the whole premise on NIBIN. Is that at the end of the day, we are following the gun. We're not following the individual that's possessing the gun. We are following that gun and that gun's involvement in violent crime.
Police using NIBIN linked to guns fired in Detroit, finding those guns in Otis's home. Otis got probation and absolutely could not possess a gun. But the feds say Otis showed off guns, narcotics, and alleged recruiting videos about raking in cash through unemployment fraud. Posts spelling out how he was popping illegal pills while driving around. He even went live on Instagram showing off a handgun. The guns all showed on Instagram, found in Otis's Inkster apartment. Back here live, Otis was in federal court today. He's charged with unlawful use of a controlled substance in possession of a firearm, wire fraud, mail fraud, and aggravated identity theft. He's being held in custody. He has a custody hearing this coming Monday. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Well, it doesn't look like he could have done much better if he had wanted to get caught. All right, Sean.
Yeah. Well, we're watching Storm Tracker 4 as a big rain system moves through Metro Detroit.
Paul Gross here as things should dry up in the next few hours, right, Paul?
Yeah, it's a process, but we are trending in the right direction. All of this stuff is moving eastward, so that's certainly good news. So let's just, we'll again start our focus here on Wayne County. And you can see we're still getting rain in Detroit and Dearborn, but we're getting that dry air just kind of finally making inroads farther and farther to the east. Livonia, not getting any raindrops right now, neither in Canton. Romulus there, you're getting a few drops. Down to the south here in Monroe County, you can see that we're getting just scattered light stuff. And basically, as we widen this out again, I just want to emphasize that there's not a whole lot back to the west here. This stuff back here is just scattered stuff. So again, we're not seeing the rain end right now, but I think the rain chances are significantly diminishing as we move through the evening hours. We're all in the low to mid 50s right now. Mount Clemens is 52. The dew point also 52. That means the humidity is 100%. And temps are going to stay pretty much where they are through the evening hours with that rain diminishing. Hey, today was a great day to have the Local Forecasters app. You could have watched this rain all day long on our real-time radar. We have everything you need on this app. It is the best weather app in the nation, and I say that because we designed it ourselves. It's just free in the App Store. Just go search under WDIV, and it's right there, guys.
Paul, thank you. Now to the latest COVID-19 numbers from the state of Michigan and a new face mask recommendation for the city of Detroit. The state is reporting 29,267 new cases over the past 7 days. That averages out to 4,100 cases per day. We've lost another 78 lives to the virus. Meanwhile, the city of Detroit is now recommending people wear masks in indoor public settings or crowded spaces. That recommendation comes just days after the CDC put Wayne County in the high-risk category for COVID. The city is also urging people to get vaccinated or boosted to avoid serious symptoms, hospitalization, or even death.
Now, COVID cases are also increasing across the country, with hospitalizations now up 27% over just these past 2 weeks.
At today's White House COVID response briefing, public health officials warned without additional funding, our nation will not be prepared for the expected fall surge. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with the latest. Frank?
Yeah, Kim and Devin, this was the first briefing that the team has held in 6 weeks, and notably, it was virtual, not the in-person event that we saw last time. The key theme was that we have the tools now that we need to fight the pandemic, but without more money, we're going to run out.
We want to make sure that as this virus continues to evolve, as we go into the fall and winter, that we're able to continue to protect Americans.
With new variants continuing to emerge, White House COVID coordinator Dr. Ashish Jha says we will likely need updated vaccines, perhaps as early as this fall. But those negotiations with manufacturers are not taking place due to lack of funding.
I want to make sure we have enough resources that we can buy enough vaccines for every American who wants one. I think that is absolutely critical. We do not have the resources to do that right now. So without additional funding from Congress, we will not be able to buy enough vaccines for every American who wants one.
The team says money is also needed to purchase COVID therapies and pay for the development of new treatments. Jha also addressed parents' ongoing frustration over the lack of vaccines for children under age 5.
I think we all feel the sense of urgency. We want to get this done as quickly as possible, but I think we also all agree we want to get it done right. And I remain very confident, based on the conversations I've had, that as soon as the FDA feels like they've got the data analyzed and as soon as it meets their standards, they're going to make a determination.
FDA advisors are tentatively scheduled to meet to discuss vaccines for children under 5 in June.
If the determinations are that kids should be getting these vaccines, we will make sure that those vaccines are widely available.
Now, the White House has asked Congress for $22.5 billion to fund the ongoing COVID response. The bulk of that would go toward purchasing additional treatments and vaccines, including those next-generation boosters.
But Frank, given the current political climate, I think it's a reasonable question to ask, what are the plans if Congress doesn't support that additional funding?
Well, yeah, Dr. Jha said he thought that this would actually lead to a lot of unnecessary loss of life potentially. Practically speaking, I think we could expect to see the supply of treatments reduced, and those next generation shots, once they are available, could be limited to just the highest risk individuals.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Doc.
Now to a Local 4 News update. The Kent County prosecutor is seeking expert guidance on the Patrick Lyoya case. He says state police will likely finish their investigation by the end of this week or early next week, but he doesn't think he's close to making a decision in Lyoya's death. The prosecutor will decide whether Grand Rapids police officer Chris Shore was justified in shooting and killing the 26-year-old or if charges will be warranted. Right now, Shore remains off the job while the investigation is underway.
Tonight, Attorney General Dana Nessel responding to Oxford School's decision to hire 2 firms to conduct an investigation into last November's deadly shooting. You'll recall the school board rejected Nessel's offers to investigate the shooting, saying a review would be delayed until all litigation's wrapped up. Well, last night, the board decided to change course after backlash from both students and parents. And today, Nessel released a statement saying the school board will stop short of full transparency due to attorney-client privilege.
A Detroit woman is accused of running a large-scale fraud scheme while working for the state unemployment agency. A federal complaint released today names Antonia Brown, who's worked for the state dating back to 2002. Investigators say Brown used her position as an unemployment insurance examiner to inappropriately send out payments totaling $1.6 million. 2 friends of Brown's are also named in that complaint. Brown is the 4th UIA employee to be charged in relation to fraud during the pandemic. In our Help Me Hank consumer headlines, surprising news about the soaring cost of air travel.
And a hidden factor behind the ultra-competitive real estate market. But we'll begin with a big auto recall. Our consumer investigator Hank Winchester live with more on this. And this affects thousands of vehicles, Hank.
Devin, it certainly does. Vehicles all over the country. In fact, if your vehicle is one of those affected by this big recall, you're going to be hearing from your dealer very soon.
We begin with 2 big auto recalls. The Kia Rios and Hyundai Accents are being recalled. The model years 2021 to 2022. The issue, a steering column problem that needs to be fixed. Owners will be notified by the dealer by July 1st. Real estate competition is fierce right now. Investors are buying up homes all over the country. In fact, 33% of the properties sold nationwide last month were purchased by investment firms. Why? Well, many are looking to expand the rental market, but it makes competition for the average home buyer fierce. The rising cost of travel, a big concern, especially air travel. Airfares up 33% from May of last year. There are fewer flights and more passengers now looking to travel. Discount websites like Priceline and Kayak reporting record traffic right now.
So what can you do to score a better deal when it comes to air travel? Well, tomorrow morning, starting at 6 a.m., I'm going to join the team with Local 4 News Today. We have insider tips, and deals for you. In fact, there is something you can do. It takes just 10 seconds online. It could save you hundreds of dollars. We're going to have that story for you tomorrow morning, starting at 6 a.m. For now, I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. Local 4, back to you.
Okay, Hank, thank you. And AAA says nearly 40 million Americans will travel 50 miles or more for Memorial Day weekend, bringing travel back to 2017 levels. It's the start of what's expected to be a sizzling summer travel season, and if you're holding out hope for a last-minute deal, you may have a tough time. Tonight on Nightly News with Lester Holt, what you need to know to reduce your travel stress. That's ahead at 6:30.